Scotland's really surprised me. It's absolutely amazing. Look at this. This is Scotland.
On the second day of my journey, I travelled from Luss, nestled on the serene shores of Loch Lomond, through the breathtaking Glencoe Valley and onward to Fort William, a route spanning approximately 100 miles of stunning Scottish landscapes. From Fort William, several enticing routes beckon. The A830, often called the Road to the Isles, offers a 40-mile adventure filled with jaw-dropping scenery. Along the way, you'll pass the iconic Glenfinnan Viaduct, immortalised by the Harry Potter steam train, before reaching the pristine silver sands of Morar. The road culminates in Mallaig, where you can catch a ferry to the enchanting Isle of Skye. With the day slipping away, I opt to continue north on the A82 for another 10 miles. This leads to my second stopover on the tranquil shores of Loch Lochy. From my starting point in Lancashire, I've now clocked 323 miles. Loch Lochy is a shimmering freshwater gem nestled in the Great Glen of the Scottish Highlands. It's a place steeped in both natural beauty and captivating legends. Stretching for nearly 10 miles, its deep, dark waters are framed by lush green forests and towering peaks, creating a tranquil yet dramatic setting. The loch is a key part of the Caledonian Canal, making it a haven for boating enthusiasts. The Caledonian Canal is a marvel of engineering that weaves through the heart of the Highlands, connecting Inverness in the northeast to Fort William in the southwest. Built in the early 19th century by Thomas Telford, the canal spans 60 miles, with about a third of its length comprising natural lochs, including Loch Ness and Loch Lochy. This iconic waterway offers a unique blend of history and scenery. Loch Lochy isn't just about scenic vistas, it's also home to intriguing folklore, including tales of the elusive river horse, a water spirit said to haunt its depths. Loch Lochy is a Highland treasure and one of my favourite places to stop and rest a while. My journey continues the next day, travelling alongside the iconic Loch Ness to Inverness before joining the A9 to head north toward Groats. It's a day of low cloud and rain, so I push on to my next stopover at Golspie on the east coast. There's no right or wrong way to explore Scotland. It's all about the time you have and the experiences you seek. For now, my chosen path follows much of the NC 500, taking me in an anti-clockwise direction. Unfortunately, the weather takes a turn as I travel west to east through the Great Glen, tracing the shores of Loch Ness and heading onward to Inverness. With 376 miles on the clock, I make a quick stop to top up the fuel tank at Inverness, preparing for the next leg of the journey. From Inverness, I set my sights north along the A9, a route that hugs the eastern coastline, leading me to the charming town of Golspie. This route not only highlights the incredible variety of landscapes, but also gives a clear sense of the distances and what to expect along the way. The east coast, while distinct from the rugged west, offers its own unique beauty. I favour the anti-clockwise route because the scenery becomes increasingly dramatic, building anticipation with every mile. Here, for just £10, I can park overnight right by the beach. A perfect spot to rest. To top it off, some of the best fish and chips around are just a short walk away. With any luck, the weather will improve, allowing me to enjoy a peaceful stroll along the beach as the evening settles. It's the perfect way to unwind and soak up the tranquility before continuing my journey northward. The name Golspie is derived from the Old Norse words gol, ravine, and by, village or settlement, reflecting the Norse influence on Scotland's northern regions. This hints at the Viking presence in the area during the early medieval period, when Norse settlers left their mark on the Highlands and islands. By the Middle Ages, Golspie and its surrounding lands came under the control of various Highland clans. The Sutherland family, one of the most prominent clans, became deeply intertwined with the area's history. Dunrobin Castle, just north of Golspie, has been a focal point of power since the 13th century. It served as the seat of the Earls and later the Dukes of Sutherland. The Sutherland clan was a dominant force in the region. However, their legacy is controversial due to their role in the Highland clearances, a series of evictions during the 18th and 19th centuries that displaced many local families to make way for sheep farming. Golspie was significantly affected by the Highland clearances, particularly under the influence of George Levison Gower, the first Duke of Sutherland. The clearances saw tenants forcibly removed from their homes and lands, with many emigrating to America, Canada, and Australia. The Duke's statue atop Ben Braggie is a stark reminder of this turbulent period. While some see it as a historical landmark, others view it as a symbol of suffering and injustice. During the 19th century, Golspie expanded with the advent of the railway in 1868, which connected the village to the far north line. This improved accessibility spurred economic activity and tourism. Golspie thrived as a small fishing village, with agriculture playing a central role in its economy. The fertile coastal plains supported farming, while the seas provided ample fish stocks. The town's historical sites, stunning natural scenery, and welcoming community have made it a popular destination for visitors exploring the Highlands. The drive from Golspie to John O'Groats is a journey I always look forward to, a route that never fails to captivate with its breathtaking coastal views. It's one of Scotland's most soul-stirring experiences, so remarkable that it feels as if I've left the familiar landscapes of the UK behind. The dramatic beauty of this northern road is truly otherworldly. Winding through ancient communities and historic fishing villages, the route is rich with heritage. Coastal castles stand as sentinels of the past, while stretches of agricultural land and heath are dotted with an array of homesteads and weathered buildings. It's impossible not to marvel at the resilience of those who've endured centuries of contrasting weather conditions to make a life on this exposed northeastern edge of Scotland. This drive is not just a journey, it's a glimpse into a landscape and lifestyle shaped by time and nature's raw power. Covering roughly 80 miles, it takes about 2 hours without stops, though you'll likely want to pause frequently to take in the views. Travelling through Scotland has been a dream of mine for many years, and now I find myself on this route for the third time. Each journey has revealed the country's breathtaking beauty, with its dramatic landscapes stunning in every kind of weather. Today, however, I feel especially grateful to experience it under the rare clarity of blue skies. Initially, I hadn't set out to follow the famed NC 500 route. My plan was simply to drive, embrace spontaneity, and see where the road would take me. This unstructured approach has made the journey all the more exciting, allowing Scotland's natural wonders to unfold in their own time and way. 15 miles further along the A9, the road diverges, and I take the right fork onto the A99 heading towards Wick, which lies 18 miles ahead. Once a bustling hub of the herring fishing industry, Wick retains much of its maritime charm with a picturesque harbour and echoes of its prosperous past. Just a few miles on, and we pass through the village of Cais. The village overlooks the North Sea, offering stunning coastal views. Cais is renowned for its picturesque castle ruins perched on a cliff top, overlooking Sinclair Bay. Historically, Kais was a fishing village, with its small harbour playing a vital role in the local economy. Kais Castle is a fascinating historic site with a rich heritage tied to the Sinclairs, one of the most powerful clans in Scotland. The castle, located near the village, is notable for its dramatic position atop a cliff top overlooking Sinclair Bay. Its ruins, though weathered by centuries of exposure to the elements, remain an iconic feature of the area. The original castle is believed to have been built in the late 16th or early 17th century by George Sinclair, the 5th Earl of Caithness. It was constructed as a tower house, a typical fortified residence of Scottish nobility during that period. The Sinclairs played a significant role in the history of Caithness, and Kais Castle was one of their many strongholds. By the 18th century, Kais Castle had fallen out of favour as a residence, likely due to its age and the challenges of maintaining such a remote and exposed building. Around 1755, a new Kais Castle was built further inland, designed as a Georgian-style manor house. This new castle became the primary residence, and the older structure was left to deteriorate. Today, the original castle is a striking ruin, its silhouette against the skyline a popular subject for photographers. The site is not open to the public for internal exploration due to its fragile condition, but it can be admired from a safe distance along nearby coastal paths. It is steeped in local folklore. Stories of ghostly sightings and the spirits of those who once walked its halls contribute to its mystique. Freswick Castle is a historic building located on the coast just south of John O'Groats. The castle has a rich history tied to the turbulent past of the region and the families who lived there. This ancient tower house is built upon the foundations of a 12th century Viking settlement. The castle is believed to have been originally constructed in the 12th or 13th century, with significant modifications and rebuilds over the centuries. This aerial shot beautifully captures the dramatic and ever-changing nature of Scotland's weather. The site itself may have been used for defensive purposes even earlier. It was historically associated with the Sinclairs, a prominent family who were deeply involved in regional power struggles. The structure is a classic example of a Scottish tower house, a common form of fortification and residence in medieval Scotland. It has been restored several times, blending original medieval elements with later additions and renovations. In the 20th century, the castle became a private residence. It has also been used as a retreat and creative hub for writers, artists, and thinkers. Just a few miles further, we reach an expansive stretch of open moorland. On a clear day, the view from here is breathtaking, looking out towards Stroma and the Orkney Isles. The rugged expanse of the moorland stretches out before you, dotted with hardy vegetation and golden grasses swaying in the breeze. In the distance, the island of Stroma rises from the Pentland Firth, its rocky shoreline etched against the deep blue of the sea. Stroma Island's abandoned buildings hint at a once thriving community, now embraced by nature and history. Beyond Stroma, the Orkney Isles appear on the horizon, their low green profiles contrasting with the azure waters that shimmer under the sunlight. The ever-changing light creates a kaleidoscope of colors, from the soft pastel hues of the sky meeting the sea to the dramatic interplay of shadow and sunlight across the land. The seascape is alive with activity. You might spot the powerful currents of the Pentland Firth swirling below, or even the silhouettes of seabirds soaring high above. On particularly clear days, the farthest islands seem almost within reach, their quiet allure drawing your gaze into the distance. To the east, the dramatic cliffs of Duncanby Head come into view, crowned by the distinctive white structure of Duncanby Head Lighthouse. Perched atop the rugged coastline, the lighthouse stands as a sentinel, guiding mariners through the challenging waters of the Pentland Firth. With 497 miles covered, we arrive at our third overnight destination, John O'Groats. There's a very nice tour park here with reasonable overnight prices. It's convenient for plugging into the electric point and recharging all the battery systems. We top up with fresh water and reset the van for the next part of our journey. It's also right next to the harbour, tourist facilities and a great little pub. After a leisurely 77-mile drive up from Golspie, there is usually no problem just turning up and getting a space for the night. Although in busy seasonal periods I would recommend booking ahead. In the midsummer months, the days here are much longer than elsewhere in the UK, with sunset as late as 12 p.m. in mid-June.
Our drive to the north ends here, unless that is, we want to end up in the harbour. Even in midsummer, the waters this far north are likely to be a little chilly. The adventure around this stunning country of Scotland has only just begun. In the next episode, we take a look around John O'Groats before heading across the top of the country on the far north road onto Durness and the awe-inspiring rugged west coast of the Scottish Highlands.
If you're enjoying my tours around Scotland, why not consider subscribing to my channel and stay updated whenever I upload a new episode? There's so much more to see and experience in my Scotland tours, along with other upcoming adventures across the UK. Subscribing is completely free and makes a big difference in helping me grow this channel. Thank you for watching.